Hello, good evening to everybody. First of all, I would like to welcome you all for this online classes that we are going to conduct onwards today. Prior to that, I would like to congratulate as everybody has been promoted to the semester 3rd without going or without conducting the examination, as we are suffering from this ongoing pandemic coronavirus period, and I hope that everybody will be safe at home. As you know that I also expect that you might have the syllabus of the contents that I have to take as the unit 3rd. I will take up this unit which primarily consists of photochemistry. As its name is clearly suggests that the reactions happening in the presence of light, we deal all those reactions in the field of photochemistry. There is one aspect which is common in spectroscopy and photochemistry, is that the interaction of matter with electromagnetic radiation. You might have studied in the lower classes about electromagnetic radiation, which consists of various branches like X-ray, ultraviolet light, visible light, infrared light, and you might have studied about NMR spectroscopy, ESR spectroscopy. Actually, what happens when any matter comes in contact with electromagnetic radiation, or in other words, you can say that when any material is exposed to electromagnetic radiation, what happens to this material? Actually, what happens is that there is a mutual interaction between the electromagnetic radiation, which is itself an energy, and material itself, and those interactions we can study about those interactions, those changes occurring during this process with the help of various means like camera, photographic plate, computer, etc., which is known as in spectroscopy you can say it is as detector, which detects the change happening into the material when it is exposed to electromagnetic radiation. Likewise, the name or the branch of spectroscopy is done on the basis of the source of electromagnetic radiation used. For example, if any material is exposed to ultraviolet radiation, the name of the branch of the spectroscopy is called ultraviolet spectroscopy. Similarly, when visible light is used as a source of light, the branch of the spectroscopy is said to be visible light. And when we use ultraviolet and visible light of source of the electromagnetic radiation simultaneously, the branch of spectroscopy is said to be UV visible spectroscopy. What I mean to say is that the nomenclature of the branch of spectroscopy or technique is done on the basis of the source of the light used in that particular technique. Since this is the first or the introductory lecture, therefore just I want to convey you about the photochemistry and the contents that we will study in this chapter. In the lower classes, you might have studied about the thermal reactions or the dark reactions. The reactions which takes place in the absence of light are said to be thermal or dark reactions. And the photochemical reaction of PCR, the most outstanding example is the photosynthesis, in which the green coloring part of the plant, that is chlorophyll, takes energy from the electromagnetic radiation, that is from sunlight, and it transfers the whole amount of absorbed energy to the system, that is carbon dioxide and H2O. And formation of the food of the plant, that is formation of glucose, takes place, and this is the simple process which is known as photosynthesis. In other words, you can say that in your syllabus it has been amply described that the electron transfer reactions. Photosynthesis is itself an electron transfer reactions. Similarly, all those reactions which we have studied so far, like reduction, oxidation, redox reaction, double decomposition, whatever the type of reaction, all those reactions, if there is a presence of light in the system, then we can call all of those reactions as electron transfer reactions, having tremendous potential. Therefore, in the next term, since it is my introductory lecture, in the next term we will deal about electron transfer reaction, their mechanism, and mainly about the interaction between the electromagnetic radiation and the material, and what happens when, what is the fate of a molecule of a system when any material is exposed to electromagnetic radiation. Right? Okay, thank you.